And this is a Fox News alert. Fox has confirmed tonight that West Virginia Senator Robert Byrd has been hospitalized. We're now getting new details. According to the senator's press secretary, the 90-year-old Byrd was taken from his home to the hospital late this afternoon at the urging of his doctor after he felt lethargic and sluggish. The senator's office says he'll remain in the hospital overnight for observation. Again, the breaking news tonight, West Virginia Senator Robert Byrd hospitalized in D.C., and we'll bring you more updates throughout the night right here on the Fox News channel as they become available. We continue now with Dick Morris.
Lethargic and sluggish.
All right,
the whole Senate
I'm going to stop you before. I'm going to stop you before you get in trouble. All right, every once in a while I got to help you. Would Hillary accept the VP, and would it?
Oh, in a minute.
Would Obama offer it?
No, Hillary would take it in a second, because it really means that she then is the presumptive heir apparent in 2016. Yeah. But Obama would be out of his mind to offer it to her.
What about these rumors that have? Okay, go ahead, finish.
The assumption that Hillary's voters will go to Obama if Hillary's on the ticket is crazy. There are two kinds of Hillary voters: the feminist, Democratic Party, pro-choice, middle-aged, elderly women and some men who are regular Democrats. And they're going to vote for Obama anyway. And then you have the blue-collar cops, firemen, largely men, who had to choose between racism and sexism, and they decided to vote for Hillary. Yeah. Now, if Hillary goes with Obama, he's still going to be Reverend Ayers' rights person. Right, he's still going to have those negatives.
We had Geraldine Ferraro on last night, and she had written a column in one of the Boston papers. She says she talks to Reagan Democrats all the time. There's no way that they're going to vote for Senator Barack Obama. The exit poll shows that a majority of Democrats don't think he's honest. They don't think he's trustworthy. They think he agrees with right, and they're going to vote for McCain.
That's just what McCain has to exploit. He has to enter the Democratic Party primary.
How does he do that?
And go to Kentucky and Indiana and West Virginia and Indiana and Pennsylvania and campaign just like Hillary did.
By the way, I want to point out
after those voters. Wait a second. And you have to let him do it.
No, wait a second.
What do you mean by that?
You have to not make him re-win the Republican primary by being a true believer.
Hold on
you have to let him go and let him win Democratic votes.
I just want to point out something, gentlemen, that the exit polls in those particular states that show Democrats don't particularly trust Obama are states that Democrats aren't going to win anyway. In Kentucky, I mean, these are not states Democrats are going to win.
Democrats have to win Kentucky and Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Or West Virginia?
And West Virginia.
Well, I'm not sure they will.
Democrats have to win those
states. I'm not sure they will.
Well, no,
I mean, you know, but the fact
if the Democrats don't win those states, they're not going to win the election.
However, you know, you underestimate Obama.
All four of those. Not Indiana, but
you underestimate Obama, who could very well be the next president of the United States. I know you yield everything in your power to talk about how he shouldn't be or couldn't be. You've got a book coming out, I think, that addresses some of that. But, you know, people do want change. People are tired, and people will tie McCain to Clinton, to Freudian mistake, to Bush, make it Bush 3, and people don't want to continue those policies.
Yeah, you have a tremendous skew toward the Democratic Party and a tremendous distrust of Obama. Rove said it nicely. Obama should be 30 points ahead right now. And the fact that it's tied shows how serious those reservations are.
You're a good strategist, even though we may disagree on some points. But if you were strategizing for Obama, what would you have him say?
Well, I'm not in that business right now.
I see. If I gave you a quarter, what would you? No, I mean, there are things he can say as he addresses the American people.
I mean, I think that he has to make clear who he is, and he has to go back to real basics about how he feels about America, how he feels about white people, how he feels about the history of this country.
Who would believe him?
And people have to be, and he has to do it in a believable manner. That people say, you know what, I get to know him now, and I have a different.
But let me elaborate on what I was saying with Sean. The right wing of the Republican Party wants to make McCain win the Republican primary all over again by taking Romney as VP or somebody else and showing that he is a true believer, that he does pass the litmus test. You have to let him go and let him go out and win this election by moving to the left, by moving to populist issues, by talking about the pain and economic harm people feel, and going into these blue-collar states and making Obama into an elitist rather than a blue-collar Democrat.
The conservatives will pull at McCain and maybe not let him do that. Anyway, thank you very much, Dick, for being with us. Coming up, Katherine Harris, famous for her role in the historic